Hello, good evening, everyone. 子浩听到吗？
听到。
Okay, come we start with chapter 5. Chapter 5 actually got 5.5. So today we go to until 5.3, until alcohol. Suppose the student, you need to make your own notes. You can refer the summary I give you for the notes. You can from there to make the summarize for the words you understand by yourself. Okay, let's see the first one. There's carbon compounds. For the 5.1, they're talking about the carbon, all the thing about the carbon. Okay, let's see the first one. Okay, first one, we're going to introduce the carbon. Carbon, the proton number is 6. So you can see 6 lah. So from here, carbon, the first one, we're going to introduce organic carbon compounds. And another one is inorganic. So everybody know organic. Organic is a thing, it's the original one. So inorganic means a man-made. Okay, you see the organic compounds means it's from the living things. Example, petroleum. Petroleum is from the living thing to create. Charcoal, seal, this all is from the living things. Okay, example, non-living thing is something already add. Okay, add after that they produce out. Limestone, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a non-living things. That means after we do the activity, they produce out. That one is non-living things. Okay, now we're going to see the living things one. Okay, so the first one, carbon dioxide. Everybody know carbon dioxide that we produce for everywhere. Example, respiration. So any person does respiration for the human being, animal, for the plants also got, but got the plants we call transpiration. That one is only happen during the night. So combustion, yes, combustion, you burn something. The car vehicle, they also produce the carbon dioxide. Okay, the next one, you got deposition. Deposition for the food. Anything you just throw away, there will depositions. After that, photosynthesis. Okay, these all things they're related with the carbon dioxide. So only the first, second, and third they produce carbon dioxide. Okay, photosynthesis is terbalik. They absorb the carbon dioxide. So these 4 activities they're related with the carbon dioxide. Okay, let's see the cycle. Okay, carbon cycle. So the first round sure produce release from the combustion, from the respiration, from the decompositing, after the rusting also can produce the carbon dioxide. Okay, these all released already. We only got one process to absorb carbon dioxide. It's a photosynthesis. After that, photosynthesis, they release the oxygen. So this one we call carbon cycle. Okay, now let's see the diagram. Red color, all the red color is produce the carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. Only blue color is one of the process to absorb back the carbon dioxide. So we can see number 1, respiration from the plant, from the animal, respiration. Number 2, decaying, decomposition. Any plant, any animal die already, they will decay. They also produce a carbon dioxide. Okay, number 3 is the burning. The fossil, petroleum, natural gas, charcoal. These are forest burning, the volcanoes for the eruption. Then the natural phenomena release also is carbon dioxide. So we only got one process, photosynthesis, to absorb back the carbon dioxide. Okay, now we're going to see the carbon cycle. 3 process release carbon dioxide: respiration, decaying, fuel combustion. We only got one process to absorb back the carbon dioxide. That only is photosynthesis. Okay, so this one is a process just now I show you. Okay, now respiration. Respiration means a human being, you absorb the carbon, the oxygen. After that, you release the carbon dioxide to the atmosphere through your respiration of the living things, including the animal, plants, and also the microorganism. So this one is a respiration. So every human being, you also need it. Okay, number 2, combustion. Everybody know combustion. Burning a fossil fuel, release the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Natural phenomena. This one is a natural we cannot control. Example is a volcanic eruption. So the forest fire. and also release the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So not only for natural, human being burning also produce. Okay, this one is an example. Okay, decompositions. During the process of decomposition by the decomposer, such as a bacteria, fungi, carbon dioxide also released to the atmosphere. So everything, the food you threw away, and when they do the decomposition, that means they also produce the carbon dioxide. Okay, so this one is a process related to the how to produce the carbon dioxide. Another one is only photosynthesis to absorb the carbon dioxide. So this one is a process, carbon dioxide that absorbed by the green plant from the atmosphere after they carry out the photosynthesis. So the importance of the photosynthesis. First one, and blading the green plant make their own food. They absorb the sunlight, absorb the carbon dioxide and also the water. Then they do the photosynthesis. After that, they produce oxygen and also glucose. Glucose is the food for the plants. Okay, they're providing the food to the animal. Plant also as a food for the animal. So increasing the oxygen content in the air, removing the over carbon dioxide from the air to maintain the carbon dioxide content in the air. So that means they can control the carbon dioxide over or less in the air. So this one is depend for the plants. Quantity of the plants can reduce the carbon dioxide. Okay, important carbon cycle. Why we need the carbon cycle? We want to maintain the carbon dioxide in the world in our Earth around 0.03% concentration. So if you over, what happen? Global warming will happen because too hot already. Greenhouse gases effect, hot, high temperature. So that means the whole world will become global warming. So global warming will make many other adverse effects such as the drought, flood, and also wildfire. This one will affected to all the country in our Earth. So this was one of the thing, the problem now. Carbon dioxide, the layer is thicker and thicker. So the important photosynthesis lah, the tangerine for the carbon dioxide, now we need to important for the photosynthesis, remove over carbon dioxide, enable green plant carry out photosynthesis. Okay, next one, increase volume oxygen. We want to more oxygen. Then plant also is a food for the animal. So this was important for the plant to do the photosynthesis. They also is one of the food for the plant, for the animal. Okay, so 5.1 already finished. We just want to talking about the organic carbon compound and also inorganic. Organic is from the living things. Okay, inorganic is a limestone and carbon dioxide. That one is a create to come out. Then we're talking how to produce, where, what situation they produce carbon dioxide. So you know respiration, combustion, some more is a what? Another one is what? Decompositions. Then how to reduce the carbon dioxide? You must do the plantation, because you can increase oxygen by photosynthesis. Then you must know the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so this one is a carbon cycle. You need to know which part is produce CO2, which part is reduce the CO2. So this one is a 5.1, just a simple topics. Okay, let's see the formative practice. This one is your exercise. So maybe the question for the exam, they will take the question from the textbook, because SPM is many times they want to refer the textbook. So that's why we cannot argue, this one, my reference book, they write this one, okay, but we still recall to the textbook. So they ask you what's the organic carbon compound. Organic carbon compound is from the living thing, is it? So you must add the word originated, or originate. Must have this word, originate. So the organic compound is a carbon compound that originate from the living things. Okay, if they ask you inorganic, means that inorganic compound is a carbon compound that originated from non-living things. Okay, non-living things. So they want you to give example of the inorganic compound. So you can say all the gases they were affected for the pollution. Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is coming from the vehicle. Your what vehicle we call transportation. All the gas come out is a carbon monoxide. Number two is a carbon dioxide. Okay. Then example you can say calcium carbonate. This one from the limestone. Okay, calcium carbonate. Okay, what is a carbon cycle? Carbon cycle is a one of the process through what they produce the carbon dioxide through what process? Then they absorb the carbon dioxide through what process? So you need to mention all. So there's a related carbon cycle. So the carbon element there's a recycle through formation or decomposition of the carbon compound, life, and organic substance. Environment through process what? Respiration, burning, decomposition, and the last one is a photosynthesis. So they say recycle, formation or decomposition of carbon compounds. You can create, you also can be reduced, okay, by the organic substance. So example, respiration, burning, decomposition, and the last one is photosynthesis. Okay, state the important. Why we need the carbon dioxide? So they want to remember these two. Every time to ask, what's the important thing? Carbon dioxide. Many students, they just answer for respiration. Like this, no marks one. So everybody know carbon dioxide. What's the important? So you can say photosynthesis. Like this, also no marks. You need to answer the word maintain. Maintain the natural balance of carbon. Because we not just only need, we also need to reduce. Okay, because the photosynthesis they need. Okay, for our we no need one to come up. So there's a one to balance. Okay, maintain a natural balance for the carbon. You also can say maintain the composition of the carbon in our atmosphere, 0.03%. Because we want to maintain the quantity carbon in the whole world. Okay, the whole earth, there's a 0.03. So we need to maintain. Okay, then the next one, we finish for part one. Okay, now we need to go to part two. Okay, part two is a hydrocarbon. So we now just not only carbon, now we put in hydro. Hydro is a hydrogen. So the hydrogen and carbon now combine together. Okay, hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon is what? So you can see the definition here. Okay, organic carbon compound, this is the carbon compound that only contain hydrogen and carbon element. So hydrocarbon is a hydrogen and also carbon, they join together. So hydrocarbon compound from the natural sources. So just now we say already, organic. So organic is what? Petroleum, natural gas, coal, charcoal. This one is a natural sources, hydrocarbon compound. Okay, formation. How to formation the petroleum? Is it every country got? No. Certain country got, certain country don't have. So they how to produce. This one must be million years ago lah. We also don't know how they come out. There's a natural things. So they say date of the marine life. That means the aquatic. Okay, they bury in the seabed. After that, the fossil animal and also the plant, over the million years, they bury deeper and deeper into the seabed under thick layer of the rock and also the mud. Okay, so after that, they say the combination effect for the pressure. We got pressure by the layer of the sand and mud, heat. We got heat also, and decomposition causes by bacteria. These all things join together. Bacteria also buried. Then don't know how many years. Then they produce the petroleum and natural gas. So these things can be finished. You cannot say, oh, I renew lah. Renew every day, renew. So, but this one, no. This one, you cannot say, oh, I do the same process lah. I put the fish lah, I put the plant lah, I put the mud lah, high pressure mud. You do know. This one is a natural things. So that means why the other country they don't have? Why the certain country they got? Maybe the ground is a different. The landed also different. The area also different. Maybe the weather are also affected. So this all we call natural, the sources you get from your country. So we go and see not only for the petroleum, we also got coal, charcoal, formation for the charcoal. This all is using for burning. So million of years ago also, date of the plant. This one is not really for animal. This one is talking about the plants. Okay, example the plantation for your palm oil, coconut, the rubber, so many plant, the farm. Okay, million years ago, the date of the plant were naturally buried, also buried under the ground. So over the million years, the remain become buried deeper and deeper into the ground under the thick layer of the rock. So that means inside must have the rock and the mud together with the plant. So the combination effect also must have the pressure and also heat. Okay, after that decomposition causes by bacteria also. Finally, they produce the charcoal. So you see the charcoal is not every layer got. Certain layer they got. Okay, certain place don't have. So this all we cannot say, oh, this plant, so many people stay one. I sure God, no, not exactly lah. So maybe they find out, the scientists, they find out certain, they must have the plants law, they must have the mud law, rock law, pressure law, heat law, they produce. So until now, they also cannot say, oh, this country, I can make it. No. Okay, we cannot say, oh, I finished already, so I can remake it. No. So these all thing is a natural things. Example, petroleum and charcoal, there's a one day they will be finished. There's a non-renewable. So we must take something to replace the charcoal and also petroleum. Okay, you can see the foundation. Okay, so from here, the layer lah, million years ago lah. So like this, the flat one. Later, you can see the build the mud and also the sand, the ground. Later, they got buried plant, heat, pressure. Finally, they got one part at the bottom. Okay, at the bottom, they got charcoal. So this one is all the natural things. Okay, there's a hydrocarbon. Okay, hydrocarbon, organic one. That means there's a organic carbon and also the hydrogen element joined together. So hydrocarbon, remember, there's a petroleum, natural gas, and charcoal. This one is a natural sources. Okay, now we introduce the petroleum, we introduce the charcoal. Now we need to see the fractional distillation for petroleum. Petroleum actually is a combination. There's a mixtures. When I do the distillation, means the layer by layer, I go to heat. They produce the different of the liquid. So you can see petroleum just one name. The name is represent all. But when I do the burning using the different for the boiling point, so I go to heat, different of the temperature. I find it, we get the different of the metal. So example, you can see the first one. Okay, crude oil. The first one we taking petroleum is a one crude oil. So bacteria actually is a mixtures of the hydrocarbon. So the mix can be separated through the fractional distillation. So if the question asks you bacterium is a hydrocarbon original or mixtures, your answer is a mixtures. There's a mixtures. Then they ask you when I do the separation, the process we call what name? Fractional distillation. So this process is a fractional distillation. Then they ask you how to do this one process by using different boiling point. Okay, different the boiling point, so we can do the distillation. Okay, distillation when they just heat, when 25 degree, they find it, they call bacterium gas. This one gas normally you use for cooking lah. Okay, the gases for use for cooking. Okay, when they continue to heat, they find it 35 to 60, they produce a kerosene. This one is a petrol. Okay, petrol using for the vehicle. Okay, when they continue to heat, 60 is 180, they produce a nectar. This one is something using the lab lah. Okay, next one is a paraffin. Paraffin for the aeroplane. Okay. Next one is for diesel. Diesel, you know, for the bus, the big vehicle, lorry lah, the big one. Okay, next one is for the fuel oil. So different. You cannot say, oh, the lorry one, the oil I use for the ship. No, different. Okay, for the plane is a paraffin. Where they need to more heat to burn. So more heat to burn, they produce more energy. So the plane can be lifted up. If you're using petrol, then the plane cannot lift up the petrol, the energy not much. Okay, after that you see the lubricating oil. Lubricating oil is around 300 to 350. The highest one is what? 350 bitumen. Bitumen, where we do it? The road. You're going to see the highway. Somebody going to build the road. The black color, they all is a bitumen. They put the bitumen gas, then they make it. This one is the highest temperature. Okay, so the level you need to know lah. Normally they will ask is the petrol lah. Okay, the petrol, they will ask about paraffin. For the aeroplane, the paraffin is around what temperature? And the last one, they also will ask which one is the highest temperature. So you must know the bitumen. Okay, bitumen is the highest temperature from the distillation of the petroleum. Okay, 5.2 got one of the activity. They want to do the distillation of the petroleum. So they say wash your hand with the soap and also water if you get crude oil. So they're using the crude oil on your hand after heating. So this is a crude oil. Okay, then the glass wool heat boiling tube. Then they put the temperature. Then they put one of the deliver tube until to the another test tube. Then this one test tube, they put the ice inside the beaker. They put the ice because they want condensation. Okay, later you heat, you produce is a gas. Then the gas go through the deliver tube, come out. When they come out, there's a gas lah. Because I put the ice so they can condensation back, become the liquid. So they say add 220 cm cube of the crude oil. Crude oil is a petroleum into the boiling tube together with the glass wool. This one glass wool actually they want don't let the crude oil become stick together, become solid. They just want to make it become separate lah. Don't be joined together. So heat the crude oil in the boiling tube slowly. Collect the first 3 fractions. So you can see the fraction that are distilled at the following temperature. So you can see these all later they come out. They got 3 fractions. That means they never mix together. They're separate by 3 layers. Okay, they're separate by 3 layers. Okay, so all the petroleum fraction do not dissolve in the water. So if you put the water in, nothing happen. They never join together one. They will separate one. Okay, so from here, glass wood. What's the function for the glass wood? To break up the gas bubble. Later they produce a gas bubble. The glass wood can be separate the gas bubble. Don't be the gas bubble is all inside the liquid. So they in the beaker to condense the weapon into the liquid. Later they become the liquid to come out. So petroleum, we can say crude oil, is a break because liquid, black because it's a black color one. So that means the petrol actually not black color. We see there's a brown color. You see that one is already filtered, already distilled. Okay, so overall it's called petroleum. But the petroleum can be separate so many things. Gas also under petroleum. Kerosene also petroleum. Your lubricating oil also is a petroleum. Just only they do the distillation to separate different of the layer by boiling point. So they come out different of the liquid. Okay, so petroleum actually is a black color lah. Okay, so now this one is a fractional distill in the lab. Normally they do 3 part only lah. They cannot steal so many. So the first one, the room temperature, they found the first layer. First layer, there's a no color. Colorless, no viscous, so ada likat, cair. So that means they're just like the water lah. Then after that, very easy flammability, easy to burn. Okay, second one, when it just until the level 80 and 150 degrees Celsius, also colorless, another layer. slightly viscous, slightly. Okay, after that, also easy to burn. Okay, third layer, they find it yellow color already. Yellow color, but viscous, sangat likat. That means you play, you put the hand, roll it, they find it, they stick with your hand. So this one is difficult to burn, not easy to burn. If you boil the oil faster, is it? But this one, no. They need to high temperature baru they can burn. So the next layer, yellow, totally yellow color, very viscous and also most difficult to burn. Okay, so they ask you name the method separation to you in this one activity. You want to separate the layer by layer. We call what name? The process called fractional distillation. Okay, remember the name, fractional distillation means you want to layer by layer to separate the bacteria. Okay, so continue. The question we ask, is the bacterium is a compound or mixtures? The answer is mixtures. That's a mixtures. Because the bacterium, the fraction have the different boiling point. They need to using the different boiling point to separate one by one. They're not compounds. There's a mixtures. Okay, now name the distill obtained from the fraction label as follow. The first layer, sure, gas. Okay, they never say gas, they say petrol. So the first, second, third, first is a very, very high lah. The first one layer, we never say room temperature until 80. There's a room temperature. Less than room temperature, there's a gas. If you're more than temperature, that means example until 80. So 80 means you more than temperature already, there's a petrol. Okay, second one is a naphtha. Okay, then next one is a kerosene. Okay, then the next one is your diesel. Okay, the kerosene, when we use the kerosene, okay, we go back to see the label, the layer. Kerosene or this one, the vehicle kerosene, I mean maybe the bigger one, the petrol. And kerosene is a quite high temperature, but control with the petrol. Kerosene is the second one. Gas and gas. Oh, this one is a gasoline, not kerosene. Gasoline. Gasoline. Okay, you can see the label here. Gasoline. Gasoline is a petrol lah. Okay, petrol, naphtha, then kerosene. Kerosene using for the what? Where do you use already? Same like the paraffin. Let's search kerosene. This name very familiar. What is that? Okay, anybody know? Kerosene where be used already? Kerosene oil. Industry and home. Let's see the kerosene oil. Okay, flammable liquid hydrocarbon are using the light. The old fashion for the light, they're using the kerosene for the light. Heater, normally they're using for the oil. Kerosene oil, they're using for the lamp, cleaning agent, jet fuel, heating oil, and fuel for cooking. Okay, fuel for cooking. So this all is a layer by layer. So the gas, petrol, naphtha, then kerosene, then diesel. And the last one, remember, is a bitumen. Okay? Okay, fourth, what is the characteristic of the bacterial fraction? It's applied in the fractional distillation bacterium. So they're using the different boiling point. If not, we cannot know which one layer by which one layer. So they're using the boiling point to find out the distillation, which one temperature is different of the bacterium. Okay, so this one's the label lah. You can see your textbook also can, the layer and the layer. Less than 30 is a normal gas lah. Okay, gas using for heating. Okay, 30 to 75. Petrol for the fuel. Okay, for the fuel in the oil vehicle. 75 to 150 naphtha. U for the solvent. Pesticide, basic bacteria for the petrol for the chemical industrial. Okay, kerosene, fuel for aeroplane. Paraffin also can. Paraffin is for the ship. Wrong already, the diagram. Kerosene is for the aeroplane. This one's a textbook. Okay, fuel for the kerosene for the aeroplane. Diesel, diesel is the buses lah, lorry. Okay, lubricating oil for the machine, the industrial the machine. Okay, paraffin wax. This one for the ship and also power station. Bitumen. This one, bitumen is the last one, using for the road surface, the black color one. That one for the road surface. The temperature is more than 350. So that means this whole thing is very hard to burn. They can high melting point. Okay. Okay, now we introduce hydrocarbon compounds. Okay, just as a hydrocarbon, now it's hydrocarbon compounds, saturated and also unsaturated. Okay, what means of saturated or unsaturated? You can see the similarity. Both must have hydrogen and carbon element. Both organic compound. Okay, this has a similarity. Later we got different already. Both must have the carbon and hydrogen, and also both is a carbon compound. So just only one is a saturated, one is an unsaturated. Okay, we're going to see what differences saturated and unsaturated. Okay, saturated is they have the single covalent bond. That means later the carbon and carbon, they only got one line. One line called single covalent bond. Okay, so compound that are saturated with the hydrogen. Okay, so they got three carbon joined with the single line. After that, they got hydrogen. Hydrogen is surrounded the carbon. Single covalent bond. Okay, after that, you see the name. For the saturated hydrocarbon, the name always end by A and E. Always end by A and E. Okay, we depend on how many lah. Okay, we depend on how many. So this one is a 3 carbon. You learn the mathematics. Is it penta, hexa? This all is the name for the how many number. Okay, so first one introduce for you. Saturated, when the name, they must end by the A and E. So A and E is a one family. There's a saturated hydrocarbon family. Then you must know single bond. Okay, then C must be surrounded by the hydrogen. Okay, not hydrogen at the middle, it's a carbon at the middle and surrounded by the hydrogen. Okay, now we continue to see unsaturated. Unsaturated, you see what's the difference? At least one double covalent bond. C and C double covalent bond. So either one, up to you. You want this part also can, this part also can. Important, got one pair is a double covalent bond. Okay, after that, they also surrounded by the hydrogen. Okay, also hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen need how many? Later we see the formula. We still do know they need how many hydrogen, but this one, the name is a E and E. This one, the name, family name, E and E. Just now is A and E. Okay, so remember saturated single bond. After that, the surname with A and E. Then after that, surrounded with the hydrogen. Then unsaturated, at least got one pair is a double bond. Okay, the surname for the family is a E and E. Also surrounded by the hydrogen. But how many hydrogen? Okay, now we're going to see how many hydrogen. Okay, this one called homologous series. Homologous series is made up of the specific group. There's a one group, one family here of the organic compound which have similar chemical properties. Okay, if you find there's a single bond, there's a one family. If one family, they got similar chemical properties. So when I burn, they produce carbon dioxide. Everyone also same lah. I don't care got how many C, how many H. When you are single bond, okay, all the result is the same. If you got double bond, that one, you are another family. So when you do the reaction for chemical, you sure will produce the same result. I don't care you bigger size or smaller size. So they say the chemical is cannot change one. They follow your group. Okay, example homologous series. One is a ANE, one is a ENE. Okay, let's see the hydrogen, how to count. Okay, if I say alkane, okay, we got two. Ecane, later got procane, PRO, later got penta, later got hexa, this sort of thing. So if I see you got two only N, so EC is a two carbon. So hydrogen, how many hydrogen? You must 2 times 2 plus 2. So there's a 4 plus 2. That means you got 6 hydrogen. Okay, how to arrange 6 hydrogen? C and C, single bond. So 1H, 1H, H. So 3 already. 4, 5, 6. Surrounded carbon, you got 6 carbon. You got 6 hydrogen. Okay, how about alkene? Alkene is also 2 if I say 2. So 2 must draw double line. Okay, unsaturated. Okay, now 2 times 2, I only got 4 carbon. So 4 carbon, H. H must be drawing balance lah. Okay, if you draw H is here, then this one draw H is here, unbalanced. We draw the pattern is a balance. Don't suddenly the H here, then suddenly left hand side, suddenly up. We draw if the left side like this, right side like this. Unless you got odd number lah. Okay, maybe you cannot get the full number. Okay, normally can you can see 2 O is a 2 must have the even number. Okay, so now you're going to see the example. This one called alkane family. This one's an alkene family. Okay, continue to see. Number of the carbon. Alkane. Okay, single bond. Alkene, double bond. Okay, if I say first one, the name by METH. Okay, methane. Okay, this one known. The other number. We don't have 4 hydrogen for the unsaturated. Okay, so how we get 4? So the N must be 1 carbon, then 2 times 1, 1, 1, 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, 1 we call methane. Okay, 2 we call ethane. Ethane. So this one called ethane. So ethane got 2. This one is a 2. The meaning is a 2. 2, that means got 6. 2 times 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6. So 6 hydrogen. So you can see this one they draw also 6. No, this one's a 4 because they never plus 2. This one no plus 2, 1. So you have 4. So draw balance. If you draw H up, another one H down, you will draw the beside also can beside. So left, right, normally we draw same pattern. Okay, propane. Propene. Okay, propane, that means you put the 3 here. 3 here. 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. That means you got 8 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 6, 7, 8. So this one also got 6 only. 2 times 3 is a 6. So you can see the pattern. Okay, you want to put hydrogen. Which one double lane is up to you. You want to put the first one. You want to put the second one. Also can. Okay, now you can see I draw the H. Here got the H6, is it? So normally, I'm not sure. This one I want to ask again, the chemistry teacher. Because I find it, when they put the double lane, they never put double H. When they put the double lane, is it? And here H, here H. I find it, they never put one. They only put single H. Don't know why lah. Need to ask. Okay? So the H, H, and H. So they don't touch this one, got another H. They make it empty. Okay, when they got double H lah. Okay, they make it empty. Maybe you put the H here also can. I also don't know why they want to put it empty. I need to find out why like this. I'll tell you when the school just open. Okay, we continue to see number 4. Number 4, they say butane. Butane. So you 4 here, 4, 8 plus 2, 10. 10H. Okay, now you can see this one. Okay, I'm going to zoom. You can see this one. This one suppose is a 4. 4 times 2, 8 lah, is it? So you can see upper part they put H already. So this one's a double, is it? Then they never put H1. The empty one. This one need to ask why. Because I observe so many times they draw like this. Okay, this one empty. So the rest they draw the H. Then this one extra. I put the H at the side. Number 5, pen. Pentane. Pentene. So this one full lah, full H. This one, take out this part. This one also empty. When I put equal already, the next one, the C below is nothing. Then I put a H. Hexane. Hexene. 6 lah, number 6. So they also empty this one. Okay, if you're the science student, you can ask why like this lah. Okay, this one's a chemical, or the chemistry that I learned about this one. Okay, just let you to know alkane and alkene was a different. One single, one double. Then you must know the formula lah. CnH2n plus 2. This one is only 2n, no plus 2. Okay, let's see this one. If I say the homologous series, 3, number 3. Okay, number 3. So 3, this one 6 times 2, 6 plus 2 become 8. This one is an alkane. Okay, single bond, alkane. A and E, the family A and E. Saturated hydrocarbon compounds. Saturated, single covalent bond with other carbon atoms. C to C, single only. Formula like this. Okay, name A and E. So you can see arrangement. Carbon surrounded by hydrogen. Okay, single covalent bond. Okay, now we're going to see the alkene. Unsaturated hydrocarbon compounds have at least, they can 3, they can 2 lah. Okay, for our syllabus we learn 2. Can 1 double covalent bond between the 2 carbons. Okay, so this is a formula. Okay, and by the name E and E. So you can see this one, some will put here H, but they never touch this one. This one they must empty it. Okay, either this one go down, either this one up. So we will see, is it must be like this or not? Okay, so this one from the textbook they put side. Okay, some is from the other reference book they put at the down. Just I know this part sure empty one. This one sure empty one. Okay, so we finish with the hydrocarbon or the saturated and unsaturated. Now we see the alternative energy and renewable energy sources in our daily life. So everybody know we got non-renewable, we got renewable. So the sources from which are fast depleting. So after you get it, you can continue to get it. Metro, got it. Every time you just find it, so you can easy to get it, fast to get it. But when you just finish, no more lah. If got, they're fast to get it. Example, petroleum, charcoal, and natural gas. Renewable, you can renew, but slow, because natural things, so the sources of the energy, they will not deplete easily, not easy to replace. Need to wait one day, slowly, tomorrow, then you wait, then they come. Okay, this one when you just find, you get it, easy to get it. So example for the solar energy, biomass energy. These all things you can renew, but you need to wait to do it. You wait it to renew back. This all thing. Not the whole day until the end, you also got sunlight, what is it? So that's why they need to wait. So renewable energy, everybody know, because solar now is very famous. Everybody, the house also built the plate for the solar energy. Example, your Aeon or the parking there is a solar energy. So wind energy for Malaysia is not so famous. Why? Because they need a bigger place to build the windmill. then our country is not every time got wind, what is it? Sometimes got, sometimes don't have. Okay. So and also there's a one thing there's a noisy. When they make the noise, when they just turn in, they got friction, they make the noise also disturb. Normally cannot build at the area is a city area, they must find a rural area and big area. So normally we never using the view energy. Hydro energy, yes, because every day, the 365 days, we also got water one, raining. This one is a hydro energy. Next one is a biomass. Biomass is all the plantation die already, the animal, all the what you take it, you eat, the one, these all things they join together, composition already, they become the energy. Okay, geothermal is under the ground. Under the ground, they got heat, using the heat under the ground. This one we call, it's how to read. Jason, how to read? Theta, how to read? Hello, anyone got on the mic? Tidal. I find it like this, a tidal. Tidal energy is from under the water. Under the water, like tsunami. These all things, they produce the energy. Then the wave energy is a water wave lah. Okay, this all is very hard to get it. Like this. You can see the example, tidal energy, this one. Okay, they get the energy from when there's a very strong. The water is come by very strong energy, they get it. Then this is hydro lah, windmill, solar. This one is geothermal, underground. Okay, this one is a biomass. Okay, this is a wave energy. So this all is all renewable energy, but not exactly you can collect every day. Quantity is not exactly the same quantity. Okay, if you say petrol, charcoal, that one's a quantity is a fixed one. When you burn the quantity like this, you must sure get the gas, how many you get it. But solar, no. It depends for the weather. Okay, so we got benefit, we got as well advantages, we got disadvantages lah. Okay, so this all is a 5.2. Okay, related with the hydrocarbon. Okay, now we go to answer the question for 5.2. The first question sure will ask, what's a hydrocarbon? Hydrocarbon must have the mixtures hydrogen and carbon. Okay, there's a hydrocarbon is an organic carbon compounds made up by carbon and hydrogen. It's one of the high carbon compounds, but they're made by carbon and also hydrogen. Okay, similarity and one differences between the saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, saturated hydrocarbon is how? Saturated means a single bond, is it? Okay, then the unsaturated is a double bond, is it? Okay, we can see the similarity. Okay, saturated and unsaturated must have the hydrocarbon. They must make up with the carbon and also hydrogen. Another one is both is carbon compounds. We got two similarity. One is a carbon and hydrogen. Another one is both are carbon compound. Okay, now we see the differences. The single one, the easier one is what? Saturated hydrocarbon has single covalent bond between where? Between the carbon and carbon. Okay, between the carbon atoms. But unsaturated carbon had at least one double covalent bond. Triple also got, double also got between the carbon atoms. Okay, this one is quite easier. Or you can say about the formula, the difference is a formula. You also can say about the name. Saturated is A and E. N by the name with A and E. Unsaturated is E and E. Okay, formula is C and H, 2N plus 2. This one is a saturated. Unsaturated is a CnH2n. That's all. Okay, so these are the differences. Okay, number 3, this one you need to know lah. Name one of the gas produced from the food waste. That means from your biomass lah, food waste. You threw one. After they decay, they produce the gases. This one gases can help for electrical energy. So there's a methane gas, ANE. So there's a saturated fat. Saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, this one's a come off from the biomass. All the food waste you decay already. They also can generate electricity by the using this one mass lah. This one gases. Okay, there's a one of the biomass energy. Okay, the joy by methane gas. Okay, so this one's a 5.2 for the hydrocarbon. Okay, now we go is a 5.3. 5.3 is alcohol. Okay, we see the alcohol. Okay, alcohol also is a carbon compound, organic carbon compound. That's organic. Okay, they contain what? Must have the carbonyl, must have the hydrogen, or add one more, oxygen. They got 3 things. Hydrocarbon just now is carbon, hydrogen. Okay, now this alcohol, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, 3 things. So the alcohol is prepared through remember this name. How we get the alcohol, we're using the process to prepare. So this one process we call fermentation process. Okay, fermentation process. When the question just asks you alcohol, how to produce, it through the fermentation process. Okay, by using what? Action with the yeast. Yeast is one of the catalysts to act into the process, to make the process faster to produce. Okay, there's one of the enzyme that the yeast can help. Just your digestion. You have to digest faster. You put the enzyme in your body, you digest. So they make your digestion become faster. So yeast is one of the thing when you do the fermentation, they want to put in. Okay, example for your bread lah. You want to put the yeast, is it? Then your bread can be produced. So this one also same. You want to produce a wine, alcohol. One of the alcohol is a wine. They need to yeast. Okay, on the food containing the glucose. Okay, anything got sugar, you must have the yeast or any food lah. Fruit is the most of the sugar. Glucose or starch. Okay, ganji. So that means you don't want using the glucose, you can ganti lah. You can using the fruit like grapes lah, orange lah. These all also got glucose. They can produce the alcohol. Okay, so example can using sugar lah. Sugar is a general. Grapes, apple, sugar cane, rice, wheat, and potato. These all also got carbon. Okay, carbon dioxide. So they got glucose or starch. So that's why somebody they say diabetes cannot take much of the original rice. Why? Rice got starch. Rice got glucose. So this is one of the glucose food. Okay, let's see the alcohol, how to prepare. First one must have the glucose lah. Glucose, I don't care using sugar or using grapes lah or sugar cane lah. Then when you do, you must put the yeast. Yeast is one of the enzyme. So the name we call zymase. We know there's a yeast, but the name is what? The name is called zymase. Okay, they put the yeast go in. Okay, after that they produce alcohol. Alcohol, the name we call ethanol. Okay, ethanol and also carbon dioxide. They produce 2 things, ethanol and carbon dioxide. So you can see the process. Conical flask, you put the sugar solution. Then plus yeast. This one yeast is a zymase. Okay, so the ethanol form here. So the ethanol start here. Okay, after that, observation. They produce the gas. The gas will come out. Then the gas, you let it to join with the lime water. Lime water, when starting, is a clear one. Transparent. It's just like the normal water lah. Okay, I couple. Okay, after that observation, the lime water become cloudy. When starting is transparent. Cloudy means you put the couple go in. 你放那个粉下去 powder. When they put the white powder, they become cloudy. Okay, kotor sudah jadi kotor. So this one means what? Why cloudy? Cloudy means inside got carbon dioxide gas produced. So if oxygen, nothing happen one. But they produce the carbon dioxide, so the lime water become cloudy. So we're using the lime water to test. So if you're using the normal water, you cannot get the answer. So they get the lime water. When lime water just cloudy, understood. They come out is a carbon dioxide. Okay?
那我的粉是要放哪里的哦？
没有它的水本来就是cloudy的，lime water 水就是lime water 本来就是白色的，开始是白色的，只要它的 gas 一出来，它就会弄到它不是粉，它是好像粉笔放在水的颜色。
哦，OK OK，这样
就是不清楚蒙蒙一样的。Okay, that one we call cloudy. Okay, so that means the CO2 come out when the reaction with the yeast, then the CO2 go through the gas. Okay, they come out the tube, they bubble. These all gases when they mix to the water, lime water, they become cloudy. Okay, 很不清洁的水的颜色。Okay. They're just like not clear lah. The water when starting is transparent when just carbon dioxide just go in, they become cannot see transparent. Okay, now you can see they're starting by using the setup the apparatus setup. Okay, conical flask sugar solution. They put the yeast. Okay, after that lime water inside the tube. So this one is an explanation. You put how many grams sugar must have this one. Must have the sugar. Must have the distilled water. After that, you must have the yeast. Mesti ada yeast. Okay, 10 grams of the yeast into the sugar solution. Mixtures. Okay, after that, we see the result. Okay, so you can see, you can using starch also can. Ganji. Bread. Bread also can. Okay, not only for the sugar lah. And using bread, mixture with the distilled water must is important mesti ada yeast. Okay. So second one, they can try the one using the bread. They can using banana also can. Okay, important they got glucose. Okay, but yeast must have. Okay, finally you see what the result they get it. Observation. Okay, first one, the mixtures become chalky and frothy. Chalky means this one. This one later they are called bubble because the reaction yeast and also the sugar solution, they got reaction. Frothy means they got bubble. They got bubble come out. Okay, after that the gas CO2 go to tube. Okay, until go to lime water, this one become chalky already. Other fruit also can. Important got glucose. Okay, you want the mango also can what? Mango, grapes are important. They can together with the water, like dissolve in the water. Okay, then we produce is a chalky. This one not 40 is a bubble. This one no. This one just only the water become chalky only. Okay. So discussion. Why is the mixtures in the conical flask 40 or bubble? Why? And the lime water become chalky. Chalky, why? After 1 week. So you're going to see carbon dioxide gas come out. Carbon dioxide gas, when they come out from the original, the yeast and also the distilled water, they only is a 40. They cannot see chalky a bit but that means they produce the CO2. Normally the question they will ask conical flask. They will ask the lime water. This one, what happened? This one is only 40. This one is a chalky. So important, the chalky means what? Carbon dioxide. So they say carbon dioxide gas is released. So during the fermentation process. Fermentation process produce ethanol. Ethanol means alcohol. Okay, name the process occur for this experiment. So fermentation. Remember the word fermentation. Complete the word equation below. Okay, so glucose, you must plus the process. We never say plus the yeast. Okay, when the arrow, that means they plus the yeast, they produce the ethanol and carbon dioxide. So this one we can, normal name we call ethanol, chemical name. Okay, when they just process to come out, they call alcohol. Okay, now you can see activity 5.5, they distill. That means just now the ethanol is not pure. They want pure a bit, pure a bit. So after 1 week, the filter the mixtures into the conical flask and pour the filtrate into the distilled flask. Then they join together here. Filtrate and porcelain chips, water bathe. Okay, this one is a function to produce a pure alcohol. Produce a pure. Just now is not pure. Just now, just ethanol. Ethanol just a one part of the alcohol, but not pure. That's a one family lah. Okay, still in chemical name, but not exactly the alcohol. So they're using the process of distillation. Distillation means want to filter, just like the petroleum just now. Distillation. So every layer they're going to distill, filter. So the last one they produce is a pure alcohol. So the distill is contained in the distillation flask. Okay, you can see the temperature. Collected the distillate at a temperature 78 degrees Celsius. So observe and recorded the color and smell collected after their filter. This one is an exactly filter. So they produce the gas through the lipid. This we call lipid condenser. Okay, they will come out titisan air. Will come out is a one droplets, one droplet, one droplets. Then you collect it. Actually, it's a gas lah because they got water inlet, they got water outlet, they cool down the gas condensation back become liquid. So this one liquid you collected inside the beaker, then we find it, there's a no color one. No color. Another one, the smelly, very, very smelly. So they find it. This one is the alcohol characteristic. First, colorless, transparent, no color one. There's a alcoholic smell. Okay, there's a one of the smell is very strong when you just smell it. So this one is the original, not yet add any flavor. The original alcohol. The smell is very, very strong. When you just smell it, wow, you cannot tahan. I mean, you let your nose, they just want of the smell to suddenly to suck it. Okay, this one is a normally pure alcohol. Okay, now we need to know the characteristic for alcohol. First one, colorless. Not white color, it's colorless. Liquid at room temperature. Okay, sanitizer, stronger some more. Stronger some more sanitizer. Okay, liquid at the room temperature. Our room temperature, there's a liquid lah. Okay, has a distinctive smell. That means the over than the sanitizer smell. Boiling point increase when the number of the carbon atom increase. Remember the carbon? C, saturated and unsaturated one. When the C increase, that means I'm more C, more carbon, ethanoid, pentanoid, hexanoid, that one, the boiling point increase. Okay, when starting is a 30, later become 50 already, then 60. So you more temperature to heat it, become gases. Okay, solubility in the water, they will dissolve together with the water, but decreases lah when the number carbon increase. When you more C, you can see my boiling point higher. Okay, when I'm more C, there also is I'm more water. If you less C lah, less carbon, mean you are more water soluble. You join mix together with the water. If I'm more C, that means not easy to mix with the water. So that means you take the XO lah, XO you mix with the water. Not easy to mix. If you're simple custard, okay lah, then mix together. Okay, so that means the alcohol is more stronger with the carbon. There's a high boiling point, and also they're not easy to mix with the water. So this all is a characteristic for the alcohol. Okay, so this one is a ethanoate, only double C. This one is a propanoate, 3C. Okay, chemical properties for alcohol. Alcohol, what's the function for chemical? First one, combustion. No? You put the alcohol, sure will burn stronger somehow, is it? Because they got oxygen inside. Okay, so if you say the put the ethanoate, then the oxygen inside the tube, wow, they burn faster. You can see the flame is a blue color. That's a very strong the flame. And they say that ethanoid burn with the blue flame without soot. Without soot means no black color soot to come out. If you burn by orange color, you can see the black color, the gases come out. That one is a soot. So this one, no, exactly blue flame. Okay, then the release is a carbon dioxide. So I test it by using the lime water. So after that, the lime water become cloudy. So the gases come out is a carbon dioxide. Okay, so ethanoid, alcohol plus oxygen. And after they burn, they produce carbon dioxide and water. Okay, another one, remember this name, they call esterification. Esterification, they want produce ester. What's an ester? Ester is a perfume. Perfume. The perfume not like your famous. The perfume is very nice one. This is an original perfume. Your very nice one means already is a DIY. They add some flavor, put in. After that, you go to spray. Wow, very nice your body. No, this one is a normal how they go to produce. The perfume we call ester. So the perfume normally using the what brand? What brand already? And now the perfume. How many buy the perfume one? Huh? Jason, got any perfume? The branded one, Chanel. Chanel got
Chanel 有哈，我不懂
没
诶，
啦，
没有啊，
这样贵的东西哪里知道哦？
是诶，老师，我们没有买啊，你去问阿刷吧，老师。
You got so many different ones. Some is high quality, some is low quality. Samsung, hello, that one is a handphone, Apple. That day I saw one, forget the name, very expensive one. One bottle, don't know how many ml, 2K, I mean 2K, say 2K, I buy handphone, Okay, so this one is the esterification. You can see the process, what they need, sure they need alcohol. Okay, measure 2 cm3 ethanol. Ethanol is alcohol. And 2 cm3 for the ethanol acid. For acid, using the measuring the cylinder and pour both liquid into the boiling tube. To mix together, shake the boiling tube. Okay, add 5 drops. Concentrate. Okay, concentrated sulfuric acid. Must add the sulfuric acid into the boiling tube, mixtures in a fume chamber. So that means later they will produce the gases. So they must do inside the fume chamber. Okay, shake the boiling tube. 3 of the liquid shake together. After that, heat. Heat the mixtures several minutes. Then pour the mixture into the beaker, fill with the water. So that means one of the beaker has the water, and you pour inside. So you can see there, they will dissolve or never dissolve. Okay, now observe, record the characteristic for the products. So normally the perfume you cannot mix together with the water one. They're just like one of the oil on the surface. So you can see this one. Okay, esterification, ethanol plus ethanoic acid. Okay, when they do the process, you need to add concentrate sulfuric acid as the catalyst. Make it faster. Okay, much faster to happen the process. Plus ester and water to produce. So the diagram like this. Ethanoic plus ethanoic acid. Then catalyst is a sulfuric acid. Shake together. After that, heat. After heat, pour together with the water. You can see the one of the layer at the top It's never dissolved inside the water. That layer we call ester. Okay, there's a fragrant smell, insoluble in the water, never join with the water. There's only floating on the surface. So that one is a ester. This one is a general, the normal one ester. After that, you want to add the process, make it become more high level. That one is depend the process. Okay, actually, they're just one of the simple of the process to produce the ester. But the ester can sell how many price, don't know lah. That one depend for the branded. Okay, the branded for the other country. Okay, this is a simple process to produce the ester. So remember the name called esterification. And you need to know what the catalyst they want to add. Okay, so we got two of the process you need to remember. One is fermentation. You produce alcohol. Number two is esterification. These two also is needed for alcohol to produce an ester. Okay, so chemical for the combustion of the alcohol, just now we mentioned already, combustion, my first one, burn in the air, produce a carbon dioxide and water vapor. Okay, equation for combustion, alcohol plus oxygen, then carbon dioxide, water vapor. Okay, esterification is alcohol react with the organic acid, sulfuric acid, just now, produce the ester and water. Ester is a chemical compound that has the present smell, and used for food. Okay, food sometimes you want to favor the food got smell. Perfume, not only perfume, because using for food, cosmetic, and others. They also can using ester. So the very famous is the perfume lah. Okay, food sometimes they also add, make the food is more attractive. The smell is more attractive. Alcohol plus organic acid produce an ester and water. Okay, so this one is an equation. So uses for alcohol, everybody know, fuel, burn with the blue flame, a complete and clean combustion without the soot, used for biofuel for the motorist vehicle in Philippines. They're using the biofuel. Okay, medicine, sanitizer lah. Just now they already mentioned as a function for alcohol, antiseptic, okay, disinfectant. This is a kill for microorganism, solvent for the various type of the medicine. So one of the sanitizer is using the alcohol. Okay, cosmetic, they're also using the alcohol. I have the solvent for the various of the cosmetic, example perfume. Perfume is one of the process they're using the alcohol to produce the ester, lotion, lipstick. These all also using alcohol. Okay, using alcohol for daily life, example this one. Alcohol is also as a solvent in the paint. Okay, varnish, liquid cleaner. Okay, they want to make it, the paint become lunto. The varnish, this one for your hand one, you want to make it become, I don't want this color, change the color lah. They're using the alcohol. Okay. Then the effect, everybody know the effect. Effect and excessive alcohol consumption. Let's see the first one, your brain, the whole body. We start with the brain. Damage the brain cell. Okay, compromise for the coordinate and also the nervous system. The nervous system becomes slow down. Okay, disruption for the body balance. Normally the mabuk already cannot move straight line one, is it? Okay, difficulty in estimate. The distance you don't know how far already. When you after drink, you go to drive. Okay, blur vision. Okay, after that, increase the rate of breathing. Wow, very brief. Every time, strong for breathing. Kidney damage due to overactive elimination of the waste substance. They want to filter so many things. So that one become kidney damage. Okay, urination. So that means when you just go to toilet, you want to urine, no problem. Next, your heart law, increase the rate of heartbeat, high blood pressure. Liver is one of the thing is an important damage in liver cell. Okay, liver cell will die and harden, cirrhosis, liver cancer. This one is an effect. We'll just take excessive of the alcohol. Or we never say cannot take, can, but don't be over. Okay? Sometimes, okay, got some wedding, you drink 1, 2 cup, okay lah. But you don't drink the stronger ones, maybe just a normal one. Okay, some they say very good for body. When you are got sore throat, very hot for your body, they can make your body all the thing cool down. Okay, okay, but don't be overtaking. Okay, if you're overtaking, then like this lah. Okay, the last of your worries. Okay, so we finish with the alcohol. So alcohol is the last for today. There's a 5.3. And we got 5.4, we got 5.5. So we just left how many times only. So you take out your exercise. We do the objective question first. Okay, start. Okay, you give me the answer or you understand for the lesson. Okay, come. Let's see the number 1. Just type inside the chat room. Give me the number 1 answer. Organic carbon compounds. Organic, living things. D, no. Carbon dioxide is non-organic. Organic. Organic is sucrose. Sucrose is one of the glucose. Okay, there's a sugar. Then after that, they make it become simple. Glucose, sucrose. So there's a one of the organic one. Okay, diamond, no. Sodium, this all is a produced one, inorganic. Okay, number 2. What's the process P? Process P is an animal to produce one. What is that? Produce under the ground. Number 2 answer. And number 2 leh? Okay, number 2, yes, decompositions. Okay, number 3, saturated. Saturated is a single bond. Their family we call A and E. So which one? Saturated. Saturated, not single, meh? A or B? Okay, the answer is A. A and E. Saturated. Okay, number 4. What happened? Number 4. Okay, they say this one is a artery rumen. Okay, this one is a decomposition for the substance. So substance block already lah. Block the lumen. Okay, the changes in the lumen and artery. Okay, which food that take over can cause about this one? Substance acts on the artery wall. See, olive oil. Olive oil is a good one. This one is a plant one. Hello, plant. So the answer is, why the BM and BI different? Okay lah. So the answer is, yeah, peanut butter. If you're using BM also can, daging lembu. Also yes, one of the fruit, daging. Okay, number 5. This is a what process? Glucose solution plus yeast, lime water, I couple. Even cloudy. Process X is Okay, B is what? Got oxygen, meh? This one is produce alcohol, not the ester, So the answer is ethanol and carbon dioxide. Okay,
不是
next.
glucose 跟 sugar 一样的嘛？
Sugar 是 complex, glucose 是分出来了，
这两个是一样还是不一样的
一样的东西来的。
？OK，
Okay, then we go to number 6. Six what? Number 6. Which of the following is the physical properties of the ethanol? Physical properties, that means you can see one. Which one? Ethanol is what? Ethanol is alcohol lah. See? High boiling point, how I know? High boiling point means the alcohol faster to boil compared to water. Is it? The low boiling point. A high boiling point. High boiling point, what's the meaning? High boiling point means faster to boil, is it? Okay, physical. Physical, I want to see physical. This one is after you do the chemical. Baru you can see. I want physical. Answer? Which one you can straightforward to see? Huh? Nobody know. A? I know. Why not the white color? There's a no color. Transparent. The answer, sure, donkey. Donkey is a physical. When you just put in the water, we can see already. Lo. They mix together with the water. What? Okay, 7, stop. We never do the 7. Okay, we jump to the kertas 2. Question number. Hey, you also can do this one. Hey, let's do this one. This one. Number 10. What is the compound? Doubling, yeah? Doubling. Doubling is unsaturated. Unsaturated punya family apa nama? Unsaturated is this one. E and E. I got 4 carbon. 4 carbon. So 4 is called pro is 3. What? So pro is 3. 4 is a boo. So your answer A or B? Result? Okay, the answer boil. E and E. Ma. Okay, pro is 3. 3 carbon. I got 4 carbon. There's a boo. Okay, now we're going to see the structure. Number 1. Okay, study effect temperature on the process of fermentation, glucose and yeast. So that means they want to produce an alcohol. Okay, glucose solution plus yeast. Okay, they want to collect the gases. Gas collected after 10 minutes. So the set A experiment is carried out using the water bath at the temperature 37. Another one, 17. So the temperature different. So we find the result. Temperature 37, they collect volume gas 30. When 17, they only collect 10 only. Okay, so this is the result. Okay, so from here, one hypothesis can you make from the experiment? Okay, come anybody? Or this one we can say when is it? I find the temperature high, they collect more of the gases. What? So come, give me the sentence. Hey, when you're on the mic, it's better you type, is it? The higher the temperature of the water bath, the higher the volume. Yes, correct. You want the more also can. The higher the temperature of water bath, the more volume, the bigger volume also can. The higher also can. So you just write the higher the temperature. We mentioned the temperature first because there's a manipulate variable. The higher the, okay, copy, temperature of water with comma, the higher the, okay, volume of the gas collected. Okay, higher MV, higher out. Okay, now after the hypothesis, we're going to see the manipulate variable, what you control. See the table that you know already. You control is the temperature of water with. Next one is a responding, also copy from the table, volume of gas collected. Okay. Okay, now operational definition formation. So we must start with this word. 7 step. Please write now. You must start the word formation. Fermentation. Fermentation is what? Fermentation is a process. Yes. Process that, how? That, what result you see? That produce, that causes what? The result from the table is what?
Gas ah.
Gas. That causes more gases, more volume of the gases to produce. Also can. Then when, I must have the word when, it produce gas. When what? When go and see the original question. When what? What add to what? When apa campur dengan apa? See the diagram.
是 glucose 跟 yeast 掺在一起吗？
When the glucose solution add with the yeast. That's all. Okay, when glucose GLUCOSE GLOUCOSE when glucose solution mixed with yeast. Okay, we see the 7 step. Okay, fermentation is number 1. 2 is 3 is a process that causes or produce, that causes to produce also can. Produce gas. This one is 5. Refer to your table. No table, that means refer for your diagram. When 6. Glucose makes yeast. This one is a 7. This one is a question. The question say what mix to what. So this one is a 7-step. How to write the operational definition. Okay, D tick that one can be replaced by the KOK solution. Which one can replace it? Grapes. Okay, only one. Okay, this one cannot do already. They continue with the objective question. Okay, another objective question. This one. Okay, come we start number 1. The limestone is one of the inorganic carbon compounds. Okay, which of the following in the same group with the limestone? Limestone is an inorganic. Which one sama dengan inorganic? See, charcoal. Charcoal is original. We produce one. Charcoal in our country got, yes, carbon dioxide. That's an inorganic. Remember, charcoal, petroleum, silt. This one is organic. Okay, number 2. Process P, process Q. What's the P, what's the Q? What's the P? P is okay, respiration. P produce carbon dioxide. Q is absorb carbon dioxide. So the answer is boy. Okay, wait, photosynthesis. Oh, they don't have the answer is okay. Actually, this one produce carbon dioxide. We never say respiration. We call transpiration, is it? But no answer here lah. Suppose this one P we call transpiration. Okay, for the plant we never say respiration. For the animal, yes. Okay, suppose it's a transpiration. But here Q sure is a photosynthesis. Okay, number 3. Which of the statement is correct about the saturate hydrocarbon? Okay, saturate hydrocarbon. Saturate hydrocarbon, we see about that. Single bone. Single bone. Okay, the name is AME. Okay, saturated. So we see A. LK is an example saturated carbon. Yes, correct. Okay, have a least double. No, only single, is it? So this one is a have at least, also no. LK is example saturated. ENE no, unsaturated. So the answer A. Okay, number 4. What's the name? 3 carbon must ENE. A is a E. Ethene. Ethene is a 2 carbon. I got 3 carbon. 3 carbon is what name? They know ENE penta. Oh yeah, oh yeah, this one. So the answer is donkey. Yes. This one boo is 4. Penta is 5. E is 2. Okay, fine. Which hydrocarbon are obtained from the natural sources? Okay, which of the following is a natural source to form a coal? Charcoal. What to using to form the charcoal? Okay. Which is how you are the answer for 4 or 5? 5, donkey. Yes, plant. Charcoal is for the plant. Petroleum is a plant and also animal. Okay, number 6. How can the petroleum fraction is separate during the fractional distillation process? They're using what to separate one by one? Okay, donkey. Yes, boiling point. Okay, 7. X. Apa itu X? What's the name? This one is ethanol, alcohol, not ester. So the answer is Z-maize. Wah. Alif, baru bangun ah. Alif, mana datang Singapura? Singapura masuk custom jam Okay, a clear liquid which has a nice smell is produced. What is a clear liquid? So you need to heat. Alcohol, we don't heat. After heat, you can see they got one layer at the top. This some process you know lah, what they come out. Your D and B mana satu? Question. You just tell your B is a question 8 or 7.
7啊。
Now I go 8 already. Hello. 8,
没
8,
有
8.
啊，那个 B 是我刚才早早打给你了的嘞。
So 现在来 question 8.
我选 B。
Okay, ester. This one is an ester. Esterification. Okay, number 9. Let's see the box there. Effect consuming alcohol over. Which one answer? Number 9. Please type your number. Okay. W got lah. This one got infinitely no WX. Okay, we stop. Number 10. We're going to do one more question. Structure. Then we finish. Okay, this one. Okay, we got two sets, set X and also Y. Okay, conduct for the produced alcohol. Okay, this one using the sugar syrup. Also sugar syrup. Distilled water, no yeast. This one got yeast. Okay, you can see the bubble come up. Cloudy lime water. This is nothing. Clear lime water. Okay, state one observation on the diagram. 1. What you observe. I observe. Both also need to say. Lime water in set X become cloudy. While set Y no changes. Okay, can you write your own? Lime water in set X become cloudy. While lime water in set Y no changes. Okay, 2 also need to mention. I cannot mention 1 only. Okay, now your question, the first one already got observation. The next one they ask inference, so you no need to copy the upper part come down lah. So you want to copy, you want to save also can lah. Okay, they say like this lah. You've got observation, the next hypothesis, no need to copy the up come down unless the question no observation. Straightforward ask the inference, so you need to write the observation first. So I want to write the inference. Inference is something you cannot see from the diagram, but you understand. The cloudy means what? Okay, so you need to answer lo. Carbon dioxide gas is released in lime water. So I'm going to write this one. Carbon dioxide gas is released in lime water. Okay, so this one I just changes the cloudy. What means of the cloudy? The cloudy means carbon dioxide gas. Okay, again. State the operational definition for fermentation process. So just copy law. Fermentation process is a process Okay, that causes land, water become cloudy, or you say turn cloudy. When what? Let's see the diagram. When sugar syrup react with the, or you mix with the yeast. Okay, so I repeat. Ring number one, fermentation process is a process that causes land, water cloudy. When syrup solution mix with yeast. Okay, same like just now. Okay, 7 step. Number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 here. Land, water, cloudy. 6. When? 7. Okay, now you need to choose one of the substance that's suitable to obtain the same result from diagram 1. So from here we find it as a pineapple juice. Okay, what is fermentation process widely to use in the food industry? Why are we using fermentation so widely for the food industry? What's fermentation? Fermentation is one of the thing alcohol. Okay, why you want to put the juice lah, you put the alcohol lah. These all things you put for what? Actually for what? Okay, first one they can say for the preservation. Okay, you put some alcohol, put inside the food. So the food can stay for a longer time. Okay, they as a preserve. To preserve food. Preserve. Okay, Preserve food. Some they're using for to add flavor. Okay, they put some flavor lor. Maybe you want to orange juice, you want to grapes one, and then you put in lah. Then later your alcohol got different flavor. Okay, some is add fruit nutrients. They add some food nutrients. So they put the different of the preservation, the alcohol, this all thing want to put in. Want to do the fermentation, the fermentation process. So this one is a reason. Important is to preserve the food for longer time. Some using for the flavor. Okay, the following cannot do already because we not yet learn. Okay, so the tomorrow should be palm oil and also fats. Okay, 5.4 and 5.5. So we can complete the chapter 5. Okay. So please do some notes for your chapter 5 in your green book. Do the notes, let you to understand what you write. Okay, not I write.
老师，你前面 formatting practice 有没有做到完呢？
对呀，我有给答案，你这不做。
你有给我答案啊
我刚才不是 practice 不是在讲咩
？OK，这样等一下我看你 coding。
Okay, so please do Okay, so I will share the record for you. So the student never enter the class. Sorry, I cannot help you anything because I want to rush the syllabus. Your what your prior, your knowledge, your July already start trial. August or July
8月8月
Okay. Then your uh, real SPM, the oral test, when they start? Real SPM is November, is it?
还没有出诶
I think October start already lah.
啊，应该吧。
So like this lah.
要在
So
圣诞节之前 settle 掉，应该10月。
so that's why your syllabus you still got 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you need 2 weeks complete one topics. 2 weeks lah.
赶得及
So
吗？
every week Thursday and Friday for class 10. Are you agree?
OK，
So every Friday, every Thursday we got class. Sure, we can complete one. Okay, because we fast ready, no disturbing. In the school, sure got so many disturb. Okay, so go back to school. We on again our lesson, chapter 6. Okay, sure cannot finish. We online finish it. Then you every time to keep to see the record. Please, in the school no record one. Only for this one will record. So better you enter the class, read all the module give you. Then the form 4 one, please go to do some revision already. No time for you to study already. You're not only one subject, you got so many subjects. Okay, so we just stop here and goodbye and good night to everyone. Okay, see you again
，OK，谢谢老师。
tomorrow.
OK，thank you teacher，bye。
Bye bye.